Took myself a nice nap and woke up to the gang stalking. Just a friendly reminder that your government is bioterrorists that poison babies on purpose, use science for evil, where they know they can slip it in. Anywhere they can make you think that they're doing good for you, but actually doing evil and harming you, and they slip it in. Hey, world's gone very dark because very evil people have taken over Congress. They've taken over presidencies and prime ministries and parliament in England, and evil cabal of evil people who say, hey, we know how to manage things, and so we're allowed to do whatever evil we please. But the world is full of people who know how to manage things. Look, that guy's kept his business running my whole life. He says, I'm gonna order something. I need to order gas and more bubblegum. And he could do the job of any of these presidents or prime ministers without the blackmail, extortion, assassinations, without the murders, without, oh, well, the science says that will destroy a child's brain. That's great. We'll have a crop of brain dead, disconnected from their souls or whatever they're trying to do, disconnected from life. It'll be easily suggestible. And it's the CIA, and it's the FBI, and it's the NSA, and it's the Freemasons, and it's all these people who make sure that they have their piece of club evil by lying, cheating, stealing, assassinating, starting false flag wars, murdering anybody who's got any free thought, making sure they have power over everything. So yeah, crazy but true. They don't value human life. They don't value any life. Again, that we let experiments on animals pass so that we could have better shampoo, or even like medical advancements, still evil. You sit down with 100 puppy dogs and say, puppy dogs, I'd like to live 5 years longer. I'm gonna have to, like, then you're a disgusting person. And there's something very wrong with you, and you've lost your way. But anyway, the United States did 9/11, NATO did 9/11. They're all involved. They all know. All the watchmen that are supposed to be, all the law enforcement that are supposed to be on guard are actually making sure that evil gets to pass, covering up crimes. I don't believe in punitive justice. I believe in, well, it's not their fault and they should stop. They were raised wrong, they think wrong, some evil is influencing them, that sort of thing. But at the same time, this has been going on for, I don't know, since 9/11. I guess they like super corrupted a lot of people. Like, oh, this is how this works. We do ultimate evil, and then people give us nice things and applaud us. Oh, it's great. They are dumb, and I see how we're the learned special elite. Triangle fingers, woo. So anyway, they purposely poison babies every single day. Every single day there's a mother who has to adapt to, I guess, my child's special with the autism. When your child would have been thriving and happy, and I know there's a person that's 2% on the spectrum and is going to be like, that's not fair, my life is great, how dare you say that I'm not precious? And like, you know, it's just like, just because you like yourself and you've adapted to being poisoned doesn't mean it's not poisoning. It's still disgusting, sad, tragic. But anyway, that's all this stuff here. Hey, I keep waiting for the Freemason assassin people to roll by late at night and be like, hey, you don't get to live anymore. They do that. But anyway, I haven't done it yet. They just torture my mind and cook my brain. Make me bitter, angry, and insensitive. So they can say, look at the type of people we torture. See how cruel they are. Don't you see how good we are? We're civilized and smile as we get coffee and child labor. These people are gross and ignorant. When you torture them, they cry like, ugh, something like that. They're proving to themselves their lies so they can have their convenience. They're adapting to, oh, well, evil works. It's functional. Look, I've poisoned that woman's child, and then I told her how precious a poisoned child is. And now she says her child is precious because it's poisoned. And don't you see our godlike powers? I do not see your godlike powers. Maybe I need more brain cooking to properly see it. But anyway. Fascist evil Nazis have taken over NATO. Fascist evil can't leave life alone, have to, you know, like there's one thing for overreaching government, and like, oh, you don't like that program, whatever, and no, they shouldn't do that. Like, that's normie land where you're like, ah, well, they overspend on that, and I don't like that. But once you know they start the wars so they can have the wars, so they can get more money, so they can, once you know they fund the science so they can poison babies, so they can, you know, it's not like they're looking for medical advancements, they're looking for, oh, they won't notice that aluminum heavily damages their brain, and we can give a child 70 shots of this and they'll grow up special needs. If they don't grow up special needs, they'll be a good compliant worker. Don't you see the peasants? It's idiocracy. They're all like Walmart worker, poor peasant people who can't think for themselves. Don't you see how great we are and sophisticated? Look, they sit at home and drink beer. We are more civilized. Like, go watch yourself some trading places. Go figure out. Anyone can be happy in comfortable situations, but anybody can seem sophisticated when you can just drop a dime and fly to another country. That ticket only cost $1,000. To me, such amounts of money are trivial. I will go spend 3 months in the south of France with my special elite friends, and we will cackle. The media is literally like a coven of witches. I get special media messages. I got special, oh, he just walked into the room, say this now. You wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it if it wasn't happening to me. But it happens. Again, this sounds like crazy talk, but I've never walked down the street and seen a stop sign and been like, oh my god, that's a pink elephant. And pink elephants will damage you horribly. Like, I am not delusional. Just being brain cooked and tortured by evil people. Crazy, crazy. Crazy but true. So anyway, that's your whole government. That's the Freemasons, that's the FBI, that's the CIA, that's the NSA. That's the men who did COVID to mask 5G EMF poisoning. That's the men who made up the climate change lie. I mean, you know, the sun is slowly making the planet slightly hotter like it does in cycles. But they're using man-made climate change as a lie as an excuse to spray us with neurotoxins. Like, that shit goes on somehow. I suppose it's not without cause that the Bible starts off talking about a talking snake. Whatever it is, and now it's like, say this, Mr. President. We're gonna make America great. Oh, they eat this shit up. It's amazing. We have godlike powers. How will we make America great? Well, by continuing to exploit third world labor and continuing to blame people whose fault it isn't. can really rally people and heat them up and get them going over that shit. Hey, crazy but true. They run their sexual blackmail cults. They run their, like Trump knows he's in trouble, and then he must have checked it out with somebody and double checked and said, okay, you're going to make sure I'm not on the list if you release the list. Release the list! And these things don't happen with a cadre of, 20 people. They did the Boston Marathon hoax, like that had to take, at least you would need, a few. I mean, since their mistakes are so obvious, you need hundreds of thousands of people to pull it off without their obvious mistakes. You'd need a few thousand people, a few, corrupt cops, corrupt EMTs, and corrupt. All right, Bob's a good standing Freemason. He's going to be there on Thursday. Okay, we'll get them to kill the brown people. Make sure their children go, and when they have PTSD, we'll make much money off them their whole lives. They'll be medicated. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, but all these events, all the fake school shootings, like it takes a little hidden army of special people who hide and control things and live off all the good labor of all the good people, and say that proves that they're special and they know how to run shit. So anyway, that's all that evil there. Hey. Simple defense personally is to keep yourself nice and happy, golden rule person, but when they come for you and torture you and cook your brain, you do not know which side is up anymore. I've got a special assassin waiting for me here now. Again, they murdered Terrence Hickey, they murdered Beverly Eckert, they murdered Bill Cooper, they murdered Gary Webb. It's like there's a bunch of CIA guys who are like, hey, we're Gary Webb's corpses, right? He committed suicide because someone stole his motorcycle. He shot himself in the head 2 times. Hey. Because he was exposing the CIA was selling crack to ghettos. Them darkies. Been trying to track him down, trying to put a handle to him. I think it's funny that in probability, reading books and reading the Bible and stuff and reading probably the same racist people using hate and dehumanizing people 3,000 years ago were brown people in Egypt with their brain snakes, and then 60 years ago that same spiritual stuff was like, exploit the darkie and start fights here, sell the cracks to the ghettos, they're worthless people. Pretty funny. That's my true romance speech. Your God was a and now you're that's funny. Anyway, you've got me bitter. So anyway, it's supposed to be the divine stuff is you're good to people and you care about people. That's all I've read, that's all I've experienced in life. That's how life is like glorious and beautiful, if you're good to people and concerned with people and care about people. But special Freemason people everywhere, hidden in corners. Oh well.